It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Buccaneers and the Vikings. All that and more coming up next.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting?
The Vikings defense ready to go here in the Sunday night opener to this new season. Baker going to throw this right away. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. Throwing, Mayfield. He completes it right side to White. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot and couldn't get it.
See this offense trying to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing it.
The Viking defense back out for this next drive. They've got the 3-0 advantage here as this next drive starts, 1st and 10. Now a 3rd-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown. The Minnesota defense getting set to defend this next drive. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Mayfield now. And that will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is clearing out.
The Viking defense back out for this next drive. Mayfield off the play fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
The Minnesota defense getting set to defend this next drive. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And 1st and goal is where it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game.
The Viking defense back out for this next drive. The drive starts with a run by White. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolute. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
The Minnesota defense getting set to defend this next drive. They've looked good so far. This whole team has, for that matter, in the midst of a big 1st half as this next drive begins 1st and 10. They start the drive with White. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Marcus down and defense back out for this next drive. They'll begin on the ground here with Vaughn. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, it's Vaughn. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Minnesota defense getting set to defend this next drive. A first down throw from Mayfield. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Right now, they're just trying to get to halftime because they need a break. This game, it's been a shellacking in every way, and they just got driven backwards for a safety.
The Viking defense back out for this next drive. They, you might remember, forced a safety last time they were out there, so they're playing with some confidence now as this drive begins with a first down. First down, here's White. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin that.
The Minnesota defense getting set to defend this next drive. And after their guys were forced to punt a moment ago, they'll try to force one of their own here as this drive begins with a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game. giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever... The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So, Charles, this is just becoming an exhibition now on how to rush the passer.
Yeah, and I can't help but laugh a little bit because I'm enjoying what we're watching. This is coming from a guy who was in college just a year ago, and we keep harping on their evaluation.
The Viking defense back out for this next drive. They've pitched the shutout here into the fourth quarter. Been sensational. The question, can they finish it off? They'll need to come up with another stop here. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis soon. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something. The Minnesota defense getting set to defend this next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest, but now another feather in the cap of this defense. The Viking defense back out for this next drive. First down, Mayfield. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. 2nd down, Mayfield. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal.
I can get it gone in the blink.
Count this money, then I count my blessings. If I ever took an L, then it's still for lessons. I'm the one, ain't no second guessing. Tried to dim my light, but my soul fluorescent. Wait, I tried to stay, but depressing. I even prayed to God, he ain't get the message. I'm living in the present, they gon' feel my presence. You can't dim my light, cause I'm luminescent. I rose from the ashes of the section.
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over, you bragging ignorance, you lack the vision. I'm sacrilegious, I feel my wrath as you ever offended. My clearly crafted mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit so they can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going, I'm paid down. You pray for distance with guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation means opportunity, no? Being great, that's ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one will stop to the most even. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in. I ain't here to fight, Phil. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. But a key and no umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weeds. I'm not interested, I want to form an elite.